Hey guys, this is Denise with Modern Priscilla Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. So glad that you're here. If this is your first time here, big special welcome to you. Glad you discovered the channel. All right, my friends, we are doing a pick a card. This is a timeless message. So whenever you are seeing this, this is when you have been drawn to this information. The question today is, what is life after marriage going to be like? So we're going to take a look. We have 3 decks set out here today. I have the Deviant Moon, I have the Crow Tarot, and I have the Arcanum Tarot. Each deck is accompanied by a stone. For this deck, I have Snowflake Obsidian. For this one, I have Malachite. And for this deck, I have citrine. All right. So what I'm going to do, I am going to live shuffle. Then I will be setting out 3 piles, for which then I will invite you to select your pile. I will put timestamps in the description below, so that way you can fast forward and jump around as needed. So hopefully making it a little easier for you. All right, so that all being said, let's get started. Okay, here we are. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. What I'm going to ask you to do is calm your mind. Think of the question, what will life be like after marriage? See where your attention is drawn and select your pile. If you need extra time, please feel free to pause the video. And let's get started. Pile number 1. Okay, let us see what life is going to be like for you after marriage. Let's get some ideas. All right, life after marriage. Okay, we got a couple things going on here. Awesome. All right, so this card here, this is my energy card. So this is the strongest energy that the tarot is picking up on, and it will affect the rest of our spread. So what have we got? We've got the Star. Wow. So in your marriage, you're going to be pretty much running the show. This is not to say that your partner will not be a participant or be helping in whatever regard during your marriage, but you are definitely the more dominant personality. So yeah, the Star is a really good card too, though, not just for being like the dominant one. I mean, I don't mean it to be like that. It's like you have a right to be, because you have good ideas. You're like a leader. You are able to make decisions, things like that. So you've kind of earned this. So I don't mean it's in a bad way. It's definitely in a good way. I think your future spouse is going to look to you quite a bit for your input, for your decision making, for, bouncing things off of you. I think you very much are going to be the standout in this marriage. Again, we have a lot of confirmation here going on with the rest of the spread. We have our Magician card. This is an awesome card. If you are into the law of attraction, this is your card. This is the manifestation card. So this talks about making things happen. This is somebody, representative of somebody who can really, think outside of the box, get new ideas. Oh, hey, a box. I didn't even realize. But yeah, think outside of the box. Our Magician has all the suits at his disposal. He's got cups, he's got swords, he's got wands, he's got pentacles. So this is all the different areas of life. So again, success and those kinds of things, which would make sense as to why you are the the go-to person, the standout person, the dominant, for lack of a better word. I don't know what else to say other than dominant, but power, you know. And here's the other thing that makes me say that. We have our Queen of Swords here. The Queen of Swords, this is somebody who really needs to kind of manage the process. Somebody who, you know, can be kind of a micromanager, jumping in there, you know, delegating, perhaps telling people what they need to do or what they should be doing or what you need them to do, and then still jumping in and trying to fix it or do it your way. But remember what I said, though. You know, you obviously have some great ways of handling things, of creating things. You are recognized as that person. So it would make total sense that you need to insert yourself to situations, you know, providing your guidance or your ideas, or even just staying organized, you know, helping people in the group, your partner, I would assume, obviously, but your family too. I mean, when you have children and whatnot, you've got a family unit to manage, and a household, and your job, and, you know, whatever else you have going on. So this makes a lot of sense, especially paired with our star card. Okay, and then next we have our Seven of Swords. This talks about somebody who is feeling kind of like they're not being paid attention to. This card is sort of like some advice. I don't want to use the word warning, because warning kind of has a bad connotation. This is just some advice from the tarot that your partner needs to feel like they are part of the decision making, even though they will be deferring to you. That, you know, you have every reason to think, you know, you're the magician, you're creating it, you're managing it, but you have to think of his or her feelings, because they might end up feeling left out in some way, feeling that they aren't good enough, strong enough. You don't want it to be a dominant, subservient type of relationship. But, you know, for lack of better vocabulary for those words, you know, you seem to be the strong one and the other one's kind of the follower. Well, even though that seems like it's just naturally what's going to happen, you are going to have to make the extra effort to make this person feel included, feel that their input matters. And you never know, they might have important ideas or input that helps you as you make decisions, right? Okay, so let's take a look at our outcome card. This is the middle of the deck, and this will show us the energy of the outcome. Ready? Boom. All right, so we've got our Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups talks about looking for more like feelings, more emotional fulfillment. It's saying, you know, look at her. She's like, I have all these cups. Cups is the suit of feelings and emotion. I have all these cups, but I'm going to go see what else I can get. I think I want some more cups. Things like that. So what this tells me is your life after marriage, because we have this card here on the tail end, I think your spouse's feelings are going to be, you're going to be sensitive to your spouse's feelings. You're going to be running quite a bit of it. But it's all about psychology. It's all about how you say things. It's all about making that effort, extending that hand and saying, come help me. What do you think? You know, stuff like that. This is really coming through strong. So even though your life after marriage seems that you're kind of in charge of things, you're going to need to remember to keep that in mind, that you need to include your partner and allow them to feel that they have something to contribute. You know, again, use psychology. You know, you got to make sure that this person is not feeling that dominant, I mean, and subservient. We don't want that, even though you are kind of like the boss. Does that make sense? Do you see where I'm going with this? Ooh, okay, pile one. Ooh, this was very insightful. Drop me a comment. Let me know. What do you think? Was it helpful? I would love to hear from you. And of course, if you haven't already, please make sure you hit subscribe. It really helps me out, and I never want you to miss out on a video. All right, my friend, thank you so much for letting me read for you. Pile number 2. Right, let's find out, what is life after marriage going to be like for you, pile 2. Let's get some clues. Let's get some clues. All right, my friend, I've got some good advice for you. Yeah, okay, so life after marriage. This card, first of all, this is my energy card. So this is the strongest energy that the tarot is picking up on regarding your question. We have the King of Wands energy. This is great. This is great. I think that your partner is going to be somebody who just really seems to have it together. You know, your partner is going to be finding new opportunities to make money, to perhaps the best neighborhood, the best house, the best friends, the best dinners, you know, those kinds of things. You know, your partner, your spouse is going to be very attentive to your needs, and you know, very balanced, just a very balanced person. This is also someone who's very loyal. So this is a great partner for you. This is a great partner. However, we've got some things going on here that is going to be very strong advice for you. I think because of how strong and powerful and well-rounded and successful your person is, this is going to lead you to be a little bit concerned all the time, worried all the time. This is more like a little bit of a shot in the self-esteem arm for you. You know what I mean? Like, here, we need to give you a boost, because here it looks like you are potentially going to be concerned, worried. Does he or she love me? Is it real? Does he or she have eyes for somebody else? Are they going to leave me? Do they think I'm boring? Do they think I'm smart? Do they think I'm beautiful? Whatever. It seems like there's going to be a lot of overthinking about that and worried that you're not good enough in some fashion. Now, obviously, you're together. You're married at this point, because we're talking about life after marriage. So clearly, the evidence is there that you are good enough, smart enough, beautiful enough, that this person does love you. But I think it's because of the success and just the overall charm and success of this person, of your spouse. It's shaken your confidence. So don't do that to yourself, honey. You got to really be aware of that, because just because somebody else is great doesn't mean that you're not. It's not a pie. It's not a pie. This is your pie of greatness. And we're going to give a piece to you, a piece to you, a piece to you, and now there's none left. No, that is not how it is. It is not a pie. Greatness keeps giving, keeps going. So just because your husband is great doesn't mean that he or she does not feel that you are equally as great. Remember that. This is more of about a boost for your confidence, a punch in the arm of confidence for you. Right here. We've got the moon following this. The moon is all about intuition. It's all about kind of thinking about what your thoughts are. Again, your intuition is not always correct. In this case, I don't know that it's necessarily intuition per se, because it's your thoughts. It's not an intuitive thing you're picking up on. Is he or she cheating? Does he or she not want me? Am I good enough for them? You know, these are thoughts in your own head. It's not your intuition telling you some magical thing to pay attention to. It's your thoughts. And that's coming from your potentially maybe your insecurity or your confidence or whatever. Instead of looking at the greatness as a whole, you're thinking of it as a pie, and you're saying, all right, he or she has all this greatness, I suck. You know what I mean? That's not the case. So this is not an intuitive kind of response. This is more of a thought. And this card also tells us you should not be listening to other people. You know, any kind of gossiping, you know, emotional pressure, any kind of pettiness, like your friends. Yeah, he is there. Or, oh, yeah, she is. You know, no, you don't need that, because you know, you would never even think those things about this awesome person. You would be enjoying their awesomeness. All you need is a little more, maybe confidence, self-esteem, or just a different way of looking at it. Here, we're going to round it off with something that's completely, totally awesome and shows us that all of this stuff is just in your head. This is the 10 of Pentacles. This is about that happy family home wealth. It talks about, it's got kind of that legacy feeling, meaning grandparents down to the parents, down to the children, down to the grandchildren. And, you know, having that connection of family and of money and of success and advice to pass down the generations. This is a longevity card, you know, for what we said. Remember what we said here. This is a very loyal person. Got the infinity symbol here. We've got this as well. So life after marriage, I think, is going to be very good for you. I think it's going to be very successful. The word of caution from the tarot is get out of your own head. Get out of your own head, because there looks to be that there might be a little bit of a struggle for you as you're, you know, contemplating these things, which are potentially just, you're hurting yourself because they aren't real. Do you see what I mean? And you might have people in your ear going, yeah, I agree, or, ooh, I don't think so, you know, and that's going to make you be like, you know. So don't let that. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to pick up my deck. Here we go. I'm going to do an outcome card as well. This is the center of the deck, and this is going to be the energy of the outcome. Ready? Boom. Oh gosh, yes. you're having, this is all about new things happening, your world. The Pentacles, the Suit of Pentacles is about our daily life, our physical world. Your world, there is going to be so many new great things. Notice it's Pentacles, and this was the last card in this spread was the Pentacles. And again, that success, that, and wealth is included too. So it looks like you are going to not only have a very admirable partner who's going to have lots of different characteristics and personality traits that are going to make you very happy. You're going to be having new opportunities all the time, leading you to this. You're never going to be bored. It doesn't look like that. Certainly is a word of advice, though. You need to get out of your own head. Just because he or she is super awesome doesn't mean you're not equally awesome. Maybe in a different way, but you're equally awesome, my dear. Woo! File 2. How exciting. Oh, drop me a comment. Let me know. What do you think? I'd love to hear from you. And of course, please make sure you subscribe before you head out. It really helps me out. And I also never want you to miss out on a video. All right, my friend. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. Pile number 3. All right, pile 3. What's going on for you? What is life after marriage going to be like? Okay. Ooh, nice. Okay, let me explain what's going on here. All right, this card here, this is my energy card. So this is the strongest energy that the tarot is picking up on, and it will influence the rest of our spread. So let's take a look. We have our 5 of Pentacles here. Okay. Well, the energy surrounding your life after marriage seems to be an energy that is about kind of holding things back. And by this, I don't mean that people aren't going to be willing to share things together, or that you're going to be shut off. I think what this is saying, life after marriage looks to me like for you, you might be feeling like you're not getting a good read on things. Perhaps your partner, your spouse, maybe isn't super emotionally forthcoming. You know, you're not really getting that warm, fuzzy stuff all the time. You're not really getting that. So you're kind of wondering sometimes, okay, well, what is he or she feeling, or he or she thinking? Or it also could be, you know, this person might have a tendency to try to fix things and want to make sure that things are okay, therefore not wanting to burden you with the details, because they're kind of like a fixer. Do you know what I mean? They're a fixer kind of person. And it might leave you kind of feeling like, all right, well, what's going on here? Does he or she not trust me? What does he or she think about me? But that's not the case. The case is actually that they're trying to save you, or spare you, I should say, from having to deal with some of those things. How do I know that? Because we have our 4 of Swords right here. You know, this is a card that comes out when you're trying to kind of reflect on things. Like, take a moment, take it all in, and say, all right, how did we get here to this point, and what am I going to go going forward? What is my plan? I think your person is a planner. I think that is potentially why you are unable to kind of get a read on this person sometimes. But I think once you know this about your spouse, this makes things, it's all about how we communicate with each other, not just what we say. That's not what communication is only about. It's how we receive the information, how we translate what a person is saying, doing, what their social, emotional, facial cues are, those kinds of things. So I think once you are realizing, okay, this is just their way they are, they're trying to help. It is not about being closed off or, hiding things. It's more about they're really wanting to make things easier for you. I have this here too. We've got 2 in a row that talk about how to plan something, wanting to do things differently. The Hanged Man is following our 4 of Swords. The Hanged Man is almost exactly what I just said here, which is about looking out there and trying to see what direction to take. Remember what I said about our 4 of Swords. It's all about planning. This person, your spouse, is a planner. Your person wants to really take it all in, take their time, and really make choices that are going to advance the 2 of you. Now, whether this involves on the romance front, whether it involves the family, whether it involves work, choices for your financial stability, I don't know for sure, because you know why? Because I think it's all of those things. I do. I think it's all of those things. This is one of the majors. So this shows me that this is a theme. So it would be love, romance, work, home. It's not just saying this person is absorbed in work or this person's a hopeless romantic or any of those things. It's saying a little bit of all of that. But again, they keep it to themselves more than you are used to, perhaps. But the reason being is they're not closing you out. They want to fix things for you. They want to make it great for you. They want to make things beautiful for you and happy for you. So you might be sometimes not knowing this, you might be feeling like, hey, why aren't they sharing with me? But now that you kind of realize this, you can communicate if you're needing to say, I need to be involved more, but at least now you know kind of like where it's coming from, a place of fixing. Now, how do I know all of this? What am I saying this for? Because boom, our last card is the 2 of Cups. Now, all right, I don't even really need to say much, do I? Look at that picture. Ooh la la. The 2 of Cups. Cups is the suit of love and emotion and romance. And we obviously have 2 people here who have come together. This is all about a partnership. This is about love. This is very much driving it home that your life after marriage is going to be full of connection, happiness, love. Your person is going to really be wanting to take care of you, to make sure everything is good for you. This might imply that they are a bit of a romantic, in that sense. But here with our Hanged Man, this tells me that it's also wanting to make sure you're happy with your home, with your money, with your life in general. Do you see what I'm saying? This looks really good. All right, wait a minute. We're going to get an outcome card. This is my cut card. So this is going to be the energy of the outcome. And we'll get another clue as to what you might expect for life after marriage. Ready? Go. Ooh, we got the devil. All right. Now, the devil card is not the devil. There is no evil intent here. So don't worry. What the devil card, now remember, it's all symbolism. That's what the tarot cards are, all about symbolism. Now, what would this, indicate? Well, our devil card talks about using kind of the power that you have inside that you don't use. So this could imply, if you are feeling, I need to be more involved. I realize, spouse person, that you're trying to help me and save me from some of that. But on a personal note, I feel like I need to be involved. Maybe you do. And then that's what you might want to say. That would be what this is here for. Another reason it might be here, this would talk about letting go of anything like resentments or stuff like that that might be building up. Now we backtrack a minute to what I said a minute ago. If now that you know and realize that this is the inspiration for why they're doing things for you and keeping things or holding things back, trying to save you the aggravation or do it for you. If you didn't know that they were trying to help you, you might be like, well, come on, man, give me some room here to help or to give me some information. Communicate about that if that is what you need. This card, though, is also here to show us that you should not be letting your resentments build up. This is confirming what I got here, which is awesome. It's not coming from a bad place. He or she is trying to save you, help you, make things easy for you. They're not just keeping it from you or thinking you're not good enough to know or smart enough to know. Do you see what I mean? Do you see the difference? So now that's a really good thing to know. Your life after marriage looks like your spouse is really going to be trying to help you out, make sure life is easy breezy for you. If that's okay with you and you just want to skate along, well, then that is wonderful. If you feel like you need to be more involved and in the conversation about it, you need to just speak up, and I think everything will be fine. But yeah, that's what we're looking at here, pile 3. Ooh, let me know what you think. I would love to hear from you. Drop a comment. And of course, if you haven't already, please hit subscribe for me. It really helps me out, and I'd never want you to miss out on another video. All right, my friend, thank you so much for letting me read for you.